We all know by now that Dr. Ford waited almost 40 years before coming forward to say she was sexually assaulted. WMAR 2 News' Nadia Singh spoke to one woman who waited almost 3 decades before she shared her own story and tells us why so many victims wait and others never get the courage to talk about what happened to them. Nadia?
Well, Jamie, Ashley Horner is the founder of Anchored Souls, an organization devoted to helping victims of all kinds of trauma. She's also a sexual assault survivor who's dedicated to being the hope for those who don't feel they have a voice.
It was part of my healing process, just opening up, sharing my story, and in doing so, as I started to share my story, my audience grew.
An audience touched by sexual trauma, looking to regain normalcy.
As we continue to talk about these difficult topics, that the more of us that speak, the louder we are, the bigger the impact. If it's that they just need somebody to listen, sometimes it's just a matter of knowing that somebody believes you.
Something many sexual assault survivors like Ashley Horner are afraid they won't find.
At a very young age, I had experienced the trauma of being sexually molested for a period of almost 10 years.
Horner never hid her story of sexual abuse and rape, which started at the age of 10 from her own family. In fact, Horner's daughter came from that nightmarish time.
When I found out that I was pregnant, there was no question. It's like I've always loved her, for not how she came to be.
Horner's abuser was someone she trusted, someone she couldn't bring herself to bring to justice because of the control she says he had.
It was someone that was trusted within the community, someone that was trusted by my family, and no one would have ever thought that this person could be so evil. At 17, I'm then also being told by the individual that I'm going to go to jail. And I'm going to spend the rest of my life in jail. You have to undo this. You're the only person that can fix this. And I recanted it. When I found out I was pregnant, I went back to the court system, and they basically said, so who's going to believe you now?
Now, left to raise a child, Horner stayed quiet.
You just need somebody to listen, because that in itself is hard. It's hard to open up. It took me 29 years.
And that's why Horner started Anchored Souls, an organization to help anyone dealing with trauma.
I've gone through all this for some reason. So let me turn this into something good. And if I can help one person, then I've achieved my goal.
She tells everyone that healing is a process and hopes her story will one day save someone else.
There is just an internal scar that just never goes away. My expertise is based on experience only and what I've been through in my life and how I am able to just offer my shoulder and my ears. I'm giving a space, a platform that people just don't have to feel alone anymore.
Horner says she's still healing from her trauma, but she has 2 sons from her first marriage and is now happily remarried. If you'd like to reach out to Horner and learn more about Anchored Souls, head to WMAR2news.com.